Hi, in this video I am going to show you how to crochet in rows with single crochet SC for a flat piece. Firstly, we need a slip knot. Hold your hook in front of the working yarn. Insert the hook into the loop. The tip of your hook is facing you. Then make a yarn over, which means bringing your hook below and behind the working yarn. Pull the yarn through the loop already on the hook and form a new loop. This is the first chain stitch. Let's make second chain stitch. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through the loop. This is the second chain stitch. You need to repeat this 7 more times. Remember to readjust yarn hand now, so the foundation chain doesn't get all twisted. Move thumb and middle finger a little upper to the V I just made. Then you have more control over everything. Let's make a few more chain stitches. You could stop when you have made 9 chain stitches. One stitch shows in a V shape. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When I was crocheting foundation chain stitches, I was crocheting upwards. So I was holding on to my chain like this. Now because I am going to crochet into that chain, I'm gonna put my chain more like a horizontal line. Crocheting in rows, you need to crochet into this foundation chain. When you crochet into a foundation chain, you actually only put your hook inside the V of the chain. Every V that you see here is a chain stitch. You need to put your hook inside the V, the center of the V. Besides, you need to skip the first chain from the hook. That gives your new row some height. Insert your hook in the second chain from the hook, inside the V. It looks like you have 2 strands on your hook. Now let's make a single crochet stitch. Your hook should be in front of the working yarn and the tip of the hook facing you. Yarn over, bring the hook down below and behind the working yarn. Pull the yarn through just the hole the hook went into. Now you should have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over again, so bring the hook down below and behind the working yarn. Now pull that yarn through both loops on the hook. So you are left with only 1 loop on the hook. You have made 1 single crochet stitch. So you are going to do a total of 8 single crochet stitches for this row. Because we skipped one of those stitches to give your row some height. How to see where to insert your hook next. Now look for the next unworked V. You can see there's a hole here. Because that's where you just crocheted into. You've split apart that V. So you need to insert your hook into the center of the next V. Make a single crochet stitch again. It looks like you have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, bring the hook down below and behind the working yarn. Pull the yarn through just the hole the hook went into. Now you should have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over again, so bring the hook down below and behind the working yarn. Now pull that yarn through both loops on the hook. You have made second single crochet stitch. Now let's finish all 8 single crochet stitches. I would recommend counting in your head or writing it down as you go. If you're new to crocheting, so you don't lose track. Now I have made 8 single crochet stitches. With 8 single crochet stitches, I should see 8 horizontal V's. Turn the piece to look at the edge. From the loop on the hook and traces back into a V. That is V number 8, number 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I've run out of stitches to crochet into. So we need to make a turning chain to have more stitches to crochet into. Do a yarn over and pull that yarn through the loop on your hook. Then rotate your piece by flipping it like the page of a book. That's a turning chain. Because we're no longer going to be crocheting into a foundation chain. We need to insert our hook into the entirety of the V. Not just the center of the V. The verses are at the edge of your piece. Rotate your piece a bit more to see it. They are these verses. So just like when we did the second row, we need to skip the chain that is next to the hook. Insert your hook in the second stitch from the hook. Now because we put our hook under the entire V, it looks like we have 3 strands of yarn on the hook. Now let's make a single crochet stitch. Yarn over, bring the hook down below and behind the working yarn. Pull the yarn through just the hole the hook went into. Now you should have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over again, so bring the hook down below and behind the working yarn. Now pull that yarn through both loops on the hook. You have made second single crochet stitch. Look at the edge of it and see what V is now available. There is no yarn crossing it. So that's where you need to put your hook next. And there is another way you can see where to put your hook next. Look at the loop on your hook and traces back into these 2 loops. The one that's closer to your yarn hand goes back into this hole. That is the hole that you just crocheted into. You need to insert your hook into the next hole, just directly under that V. Now let's finish all 8 single crochet stitches. When you're new to crocheting in rows, I would recommend counting every time you've finished the row. Make sure that you have the correct number of stitches in that row, because it's really common that you accidentally put more or less stitches in a row.